Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke, the Big Dog Williams. Now, we know it's Wednesday, but it's been a crazy week in wrestling already. So we got together, decided to do a breaking news edition, special Wednesday edition. It is May 13th of 2020. This is your midweek pro wrestling throwdown. Luke, how we feeling since we met 4 days ago?
Honestly, a little shell-shocked, man. I mean, everything's going crazy in the world of professional wrestling.
Ever since Sunday, it just has not stopped, and we're going to get right into it. Stay tuned. We are going to do our Money in the Bank review tonight, but that's going to be a couple segments from now. However, breaking news in this week of wrestling, the big story, Becky's got a baby on board.
Seth actually did something right, yes.
Becky Lynch, longest reigning women's champion in the WWE for Raw, is now pregnant, vacated her women's championship, was rewarded to Asuka, who won Money in the Bank, which we'll get to here in a little while.
Yes.
I guess the story they've created is that Asuka not only won the Money in the Bank, but with that, she won the women's championship in lieu of the briefcase.
The story was that the belt was in the briefcase.
Yeah. So, I mean, a couple of different things. One, I mean, that'll be obviously the first time that's ever happened for a Money in the Bank match.
Yes.
Is that they went directly on to being champion. So, we're not going to get the Asuka cash-in, though.
No, I don't really think... I mean, I don't like the fact that the title was just basically handed.
Nor do I.
Considering that with this championship win, that makes Asuka SmackDown Women's Champion,
yep.
Raw Women's Champion,
yep.
NXT Champion,
yep.
Tag Team Champion,
yep.
Royal Rumble winner,
yep.
Money in the Bank winner.
Yep.
Therefore, there is nothing left.
For Asuka, she is the total Grand Slam champion.
And for them to just hand that accolade over...
Well, and see, but here's the thing. I don't know that they really handed it over. What I think that we missed was, again, it was the cash-in aspect. She could have cashed the Money in the Bank contract in to become women's champion. I mean, she did win the match, and she's champion now. But I really would have liked to have seen that.
My whole argument with the whole thing is it just feels, honestly, it feels like back it was 2003.
Sure.
Where they just crowned Triple H the Raw World Champion.
Yeah, no, but the difference, though, is that Asuka holding the Money in the Bank briefcase obviously makes her a contender.
I get that, but in the same token, is if it was going to be for the women's title, it should have been advertised as such.
True.
The women's championship should have, even though she did have to hand it over, Becky did, they should have done some kind of a gimmick behind it. A Battle Royal, a tournament.
Sure.
A singles match.
But the argument can also be made that because Asuka won the Money in the Bank, that wasn't necessary.
I understand that, but what would have happened if a SmackDown superstar would have won Money in the Bank?
Well, they didn't. Asuka did.
I know this. But playing devil's advocate, what happens if the SmackDown, they're now Raw champion?
Yeah, there would have been an automatic draft, baby. Automatic draft to the Monday Night brand.
Not about it.
Well, we already bought it. We watched the show. It happened. Deal with it.
Nah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Lock it up.
Just not a fan.
All right. So Becky, obviously, what do you think this means for Seth? Though, you think this is Seth going to take time off, or is he gonna run for a little while? I mean, obviously, he's going to be gone. I would suspect in the next 6 months.
I think after the Raw angle, which we'll get to this weekend.
Yeah.
I think that a suspension could be levied,
storyline-wise,
to get him off of television.
Yeah, which, again, we'll do the Raw recap at the normal time. So
or possibly a run with Aleister Black injury angle, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different ways you can go with it.
I mean, they will, obviously, he'll be written off at some point.
Sure.
But we've got 9 months to figure out when, I guess, is really the point.
Well, that's true.
By then, Roman will be back, so let's hope. Let's hope. Next big point, Sting no longer under WWE contract.
I know, no more WWE action figures.
No more Legends appearances.
No Undertaker Sting match at WrestleMania.
I'm not going to tell you how many times that I've been screwed out of this match.
It was the closest we've ever gotten.
But I've been screwed out of this match a lot. And it makes me furious. It makes me Maximilian furious.
I think the only plus that we could get out of this is if he was to somehow go to AEW,
Yeah.
We could possibly get a Jake Roberts Sting match, and I'd be okay with that.
True. Or, I mean, he could always return to Impact. Obviously, more news covering Impact. But again, we'll get to that this weekend. We're not going to give you guys all the meat and potatoes tonight. But yeah, so we could see him go back. Or, I mean, he might just ride off into the sunset. This might just be the end of Sting.
Depends on how he makes his bills.
That's true. That's true. Last bit of news we got in this midweek news break, Sami Zahn vacating the Intercontinental Championship.
Stripped
of the Intercontinental Championship due to an inability to compete.
Which I think is a fancy way of saying he didn't want to show up because of the Steve Corino virus and Vince McMahon's upset.
I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like a punishment for him not making SmackDown. I'm not a fan. Obviously, they could have found a better way to do it.
Yeah.
But it does give us another reason to watch SmackDown this week to find out who they're going to crown.
I mean, yeah, the tournament kicks off Friday night.
Yeah. We'll be able to see which competitors. Do you think it'll involve, obviously, Raw and SmackDown are now doing a co-branded challenge.
Somewhat, yeah.
You know, you think we could see some Raw superstars even compete? No, you think it's just going to be strictly SmackDown?
I think it'll be strictly SmackDown.
Okay. Well, we'll be following that along at the rest of the week. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. Remember to send us an email with your thoughts about our midweek news break at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, and leave us a comment below. Stay tuned. We're coming right up with our Money in the Bank review.